Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. So I wanted to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and theorize about the greater implications that this movie could have, in particular, Scott Lang, Ant-Man's death. Now, I know a lot of people may instantly doubt that he's going to die in this movie, and I can totally see why. Paul Rudd is still super famous, super likable, and why would Marvel give up one of their star Avengers, basically, so early? And I think for that reason alone, Marvel would see this as an opportunity to subvert expectations, and that would definitely separate this Ant-Man movie from the other two, which were, mainly lighthearted comedy movies. This one, they really want to take a more serious approach. It's still going to have its funny elements, but if Marvel really wants the fans to take Kang seriously, in his introduction, he needs to do something serious. Because if Kang is defeated by Ant-Man, well then how are we going to fear him as a villain when he goes and takes on the Avengers? Because Ant-Man alone was able to defeat him. And especially since Marvel is setting up, a new generation of Avengers. And in this movie, they're introducing Cassie Lang as a full-fledged superhero. In the comics, her superhero name is either Stinger or Stature, and I just don't see them having three superheroes with the same powers for the long term. And I think if Scott Lang does die in this movie, Marvel knows that a lot more people are going to go watch this in the theater just because of word of mouth, versus if it's just another Ant-Man adventure where they win in the end and there's no real consequences, no one's gonna really bat an eye, no one's gonna be excited. But if Kang does something super drastic, like kill the lead of the movie, then this is serious, that the Avengers are in trouble. And keep in mind, if he does die, that doesn't mean we're not going to see Scott Lang anymore in the future of the MCU. They've already introduced the variants in the multiverse, and we're gonna have a bunch of that stuff in Avengers Secret Wars. So imagine Scott Lang dies in this movie, and then his daughter Cassie Lang and us as the audience sees a different variant of Scott Lang. Imagine that emotional moment years later, where a variant isn't used as some kind of nostalgia piece, but as a more emotional story beat. I could be 100% wrong and look silly when this movie comes out in a week from the time of uploading, but it is fun to theorize and think of the best way Marvel could make this movie emotionally impactful. I feel like Hank Pym is also going to die. It just seems like the natural progression of his character, and a lot of mentor figures do end up dying in these movies, but that's to be expected. And I think if Marvel really wants to commit to showing how powerful Kang is, then him killing one of the most popular Avengers would definitely do that. It would definitely make people hate Kang and be excited to watch the Avengers take him down. And that's another point I wanted to make. The Avengers need something to avenge. Right now, the Avengers aren't really formed in the MCU. There's not really a team, and typically when the Avengers form, it's because one of their members or loved ones dies and they need to, well, avenge them. And I think having the foundation of your new Avengers team be they're avenging Scott Lang would definitely make people more invested in the new Avengers and to take Kang seriously. I also want to point out that Paul Rudd did sign a 5-picture deal when he joined the MCU. So that means unless they renew his contract, this is going to be his last film. And you think as Paul Rudd gets older, is he going to want to commit to another Marvel contract or give your character one lasting, impactful performance? Where Ant-Man makes the big sacrifice to kind of stall Kang before he ends up, escaping the quantum realm and, wreaking havoc on time itself. Ant-Man dying really is the only way they could justify comparing it to Endgame. Do you guys think Ant-Man is going to die? And if he did, what would you think about that? Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, a lot more shorts and full videos. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.